However, only 4 of them were available due to comics membership that I have. So what we have here, let me tell you a little bit of a brief synopsis of Sweetie Candy Vigilante. Sweetie Candy Vigilante. Sweetie is the daughter of the that guy, right? She is the daughter of the candy man, and she has been trained in her family's art of making candy and spreading sweetness throughout the world. However, times got really tough for her family, without her father and her mother, and their family's friend, partner in business went missing years before where we are right now in the story. And Sweetie had a brother, and her brother uh, took kind of hard to the situation and left town as well. And Sweetie has been doing her own thing in New York City since then. Now, Sweetie is very vibrantly colored, very, very adorable looking character. Um, but also, like, if I were to give kind of an idea of Sweetie's overall look and vibe, Sweetie is a pastel goth. If you don't know what a pastel goth is, take the time, Google pastel goth. But here we'll try and show you a little bit of Sweetie here on my phone. But this is Sweetie. This is from the 6th issue. Um, like I said, vibrantly colored, candy colored idea. Um, Sweetie is looking to bring sweetness back to New York City. And she's doing that despite the fact that she does, as a vigilante usually does, have obstacles, including a big bad. The big bad is the person that she suspects is behind her family's, her parents and her family friends' disappearance, who also happens to be the son of the family friend. And he's a nasty dude, and it looks like Sweetie is that's going to be her main opposition leader of opposition, because he heads, like, obviously this enterprise, criminal enterprise that is operational in New York City. So Candy is an immortal. Candy also leads a group of immortals. Um, and you have someone called the Candy Wolf, which is a werewolf that eats, can turn into a person that can turn into a wolf. And he has a candy necklace all the time. She has a version of Hansel and Gretel working for her. She has uh, a talking tree, Christmas tree called Tinsel. She has a huge gummy bear henchman. Um, she has all these people working with her that believe in her cause and want to bring sweetness back to New York City. And so she gets back in possession by using very interesting violent means. Um, the building, the storefront that her family used to operate out of. And she is going to have a big sweet shop, and she is going to get rid of all the nastiness of New York City. And our story begins her entering what the shop is now, which is a CD bar with a woman who's there with a bunch of men, and she works there. And Sweetie thinks that she is a nice person and she's a sweet person. And so Sweetie gives her mark. And that mark basically means that when she gives the mark, if the person doesn't double over in pain and die, basically Sweetie knows that they are good and sweet. And it's like this superpower that Sweetie has as an immortal. And So this person, who has nicknamed herself Pixie, and ends up getting the name Pixie Sticks, um, ends up joining her crew. So what we're doing here it seems like Candy, Sweetie, has been, working on establishing herself and establishing her crew, and working on building up her vigilante empire, to take back New York City. And we're kind of at the point of go at this story. Like, it's just like, okay, they've put in this plan together, and we're at the point of it's go time, motherfuckers, right? So I'm gonna try to start swearing less because I want to be, um, I want to make this, a thing, right? So I'm going to try to start swearing less. So I apologize. I just said mother effers. It's go time, mother effers. I'm not gonna try and like edit anything out or anything like that. I'm just gonna like go with it. But it's go time, mother effers. And so like that first step of it's go time in the plan was to go into that bar and um, take over. So Sweetie gets possession of the bar. Like I said, by very interesting means. I want you guys to be able to read this. It's very hyper, like hyper colored, and when I say that, I'm not meaning that negatively. I love the use of color in this book. Let me tell you, I love how vibrant's a good word to describe the art and color in this book. Vibrant. Vibrant is very good. Like, if you see the covers alone, are a pretty gosh darn good representation of what you're getting when you look inside the book. Because the covers, especially that cover A by Jeff Zaunow, Zonow, let me double check that name. Jeff Zornow. Jeff Zornow. Those cover A's by Jeff Zornow are a pretty gosh darn good representation of what you're getting art wise in the book. Artist Jeff Zornow and colorist Antonio Fabala. Let's mention them again because they were working overtime on this book. Let me tell you. Now, if when I originally started reading, Sweetie Candy Vigilante, I was unaware that a second miniseries was on the way. Now, when I say on the way, it's coming very, very soon. It'll be in shops very, very soon. So I wanted to go ahead and get this review out there in case any of you were like me. You were like, hey, what does this look like? What is this? And would I be into it? But you didn't actually pick it up. So we spend a good 3 issues, um, slowly moving along the story. And when I say slowly moving along, it basically feels like it takes about 3 issues of Pixie, the woman that she's picked up, that's picked up in the bar, that Sweetie enters right away, getting answers on what Sweetie's, origin story is from Candy Wolf specifically. Now, the Candy Wolf it seems to be Sweetie's, right hand man. He is the werewolf, immortal, that eats Candy Necklace, all the time, and she finally gets the information on who Sweetie is from this gentleman. And it takes a good 3 issues to finally get all that out. Now, like I said, I was originally thinking that this was just a 6 issue miniseries and that's it. But it appears that this is going to be divided up into miniseries, um, groupings, but will be, um, somewhat, I guess you would say it would be more than one miniseries. So, using, under normal circumstances, if it was just going to be 6 issues and done, using 3 issues to introduce your main attraction, which is Sweetie, would be a little bit weird. Now, that I found out, now that I found out that there's going to be more than just the 6 issues, um, I'm going to say that that's okay. That's fine as long as the next 6 issues deliver on a fully crafted story. Um, so obviously what it looks like is these writers do have a plan, because we do, once we get past that point of introducing Sweetie as a character and her origin story, we do start moving, the wheels and the gears start moving, and by the end of it you have um, the heat of the police is on to Sweetie, and you also have her nemesis is onto her, and she is, by the end of it you get a little bit of a cliffhanger, and honestly the visuals alone, the cuteness of the story, where it's a cute story but it's also kind of there's definitely some violence and some comedic violence, very um I don't want to say grindhouse, but like there's some comedic violence in there. It's very kind of a comedy horror kind of comic. um Honestly, I'm on the fence about it still, but I think I might be picking up that issue number 7. um Yeah, actually, I think I'll be picking up that issue number 7 when it comes out. Still a little bit on the fence about it, but I'm pretty sure that when issue number 7 comes out, I'll be picking it up off of the stands, and giving the rest of this continuation of this story a whirl. So overall, not a bad start to a story as long as it continues this momentum. Um, I'm still kind of new to the whole rating system. I haven't really been doing a rating system on the channel, but if I was going to give it a rating system, I'd give it a 3.5, as long as it continues the momentum in issue 7 and beyond. But if you're looking, if my review has caused you to want to buy a Sweetie Candy Vigilante, please consider using the link that I'm going to have down in the description. It's an Amazon associate link, and it gives me a teensy bit of a commission if you use the link to purchase it, which helps keep the, so to speak, keep the lights on here with the officially unofficial geek channel in just the tiniest way possible. Obviously, you're looking at, and this is not my normal setup, but we have switched the area where my office is in the particular house that we live in, and um, I need to set up so it's not so bare behind me. So anything you guys give me will help towards that initially, and help towards overall, eventually, hopefully, getting into a position where I've built up income, revenue streams, where maybe, just maybe, my writing and my creation and my officially unofficial geek channel might be a substantial income stream for me as a whole. Uh, so please consider, if you're going to check out Sweetie Candy Vigilante, please consider purchasing it from the link below. If not, please visit your local comic book shop and ask them, I want to read Sweetie Candy Vigilante from Dynamite Comics, and they'll hook you up. Until next time, that's it for now. Until next time, and whew, keep your eyes and ears open. If you see something, say something. Remember, the complacent never make a difference. So get out there in 2024 and make a difference, because all we got is today and the possibility of tomorrow. Let's make that a better tomorrow. And my name is Carrie Quinn. I'm the officially unofficial geek, and I'll be seeing you until next time. Bye bye.